Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. Not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory. We give you peace. We give you honor. We give you blessing. We give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you. The fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name. Ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cubed. That's one-on-one because it's just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I want to welcome you into the Lion's Den. I appreciate y'all. Y'all just don't know. I want to welcome y'all into the Lion's Den on this fine day. It is Thursday, October the 21st. Yes, the 21st in the year 2021. I was like, no, maybe it's the 20th. I was like, no, it's the 21st. It's the 21st. October the 21st in the year 2021. And I'm so glad to have you here with me. This is a great day. It's an awesome day. It's a marvelous day to be alive because this is the day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing in it and we're glad. And we're not just talking about that 24-hour window, but we understand that the day is the day for us to come forth and do. God has prepared us for this time. He's prepared us to do exploits in this hour. And I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm just on my what I want to say, on my tiptoes. I'm excited. My senses are tingling. I just can't contain myself, y'all. It's just absolutely positively marvelous, children. It's marvelous. Now we're going to get this party crack-a-lacking like we normally do. Let me say this before I get started. Listen, I went out last night and I bought a love seat. Yes, I bought a love seat that seats two. Yes, I bought a love seat that seats two to go in the room with Grandpa Holmes's chair. So this is what I'm going to do this morning because I got that love seat. And I want you to know why this is so important to me. You guys go out of your way to make every effort to get here as soon as you can get into the Lion's Den. I want you to know that I appreciate you. That's why I went and got that love seat. Yes, because it's love in the Lion's Den. So here we go. Second runner up to the Lion's Den, Grandpa Holmes's chair, goes to none other than Armani. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do this. Hold on a second. Let me do this right. Armani Gmall. Y'all give it up for Armani Gmall. and fingertips into that love seat on today. Listen, and then let's come here. You like the love seat, Tall Pumps? You like the love seat? So then let's come here. The first runner-up that got her lips, hips, and fingertips into the love seat of the Lion's Den is none other than BTD Mom. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do this right. Oh, I hit the wrong one, y'all. I'm on the wrong screen. No. That's the devil. That's the devil. That ain't right. That ain't right, y'all. That's the devil. That's the devil. Okay, let me get back on the right screen. Don't pay no attention. It's not a sinking ship. It's not a Now let me get it. BTD Mom, otherwise known, yes, as Anita Harvey. Come on here. You got the second seat. Yes, you did. You got the second seat of the love chair. Rebel, you see me. Oh my goodness. So listen, the love seat is full, but there's plenty of love in the Lion's Den, y'all. It's plenty of love in the Lion's Den. You just can't get your lips, hips, and fingertips into the lion. You can't get your lips, hips, and fingertips into the chair. Now, as you know, as it is, we have the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair, none other, you know it, Shelly Thunder. Yes, Shelly Thunder, you are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair, and I want to appreciate you, because listen, you don't play when it comes to that chair. Y'all give it up. I love you, girl. I love you. So this is what we got for you. Yes. Shelly Thunder is the girl. So here we go. We're going to get in line, and we're going to line dance with Shelly. I'm trying to find I'm looking for it. Where you at? Come to me, baby. Come to me. Now here we go. Y'all see I'm going to have to realign all my stuff because the Saints can't find what they're trying to find. So we're going to line dance with Shelly Thunder for winning Grandpa Holmes' chair. Here we go. Big Moochie, baby. Hey! Congratulations, Shelly Thunder. We're going to step on over to the right. We're going to step on over to the left. Now step. Come on. Shelly Thunder. Y'all feeling me on this morning? Yes, we had to upgrade. Because listen, y'all took Grandpa Holmes' chair to a whole nother level. Yes, Shelly, they finally made it in that chair. They made it into the love seat. Grandpa Holmes' love seat. And the chair is yours this morning, sis. The chair, as it always is your chair this morning. Now listen, I just wanted to get started and we got to change it up a little bit every now and again. You just got to change it up. She needs a date with Bill Crosby. Mel. Not already, Mel. Not already. Oh my God. Now come on, y'all. You was about to get up and say, come on. Big Moochie, baby. I got it for you, Mike City. I got it for you. Come on in here, brother. I got something for you. Yeah. Big Moochie, baby. Hey, come on, right now. Yeah. Hey. Come on, get it. Say that. Yeah. y'all. It's a Thursday. It's a thankful Thursday. It's a wonderful Thursday. And the week is almost ended as far as getting us to Friday. It's another day's journey, and we're glad about it. Listen, I see Monica in the room. Did you look back at it, girl? Did you look back at it? Here we go. I want y'all to get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Because you know how we do this in the morning. Good morning, Monica L. Smith. I see you. Good morning. Yes, we talking to Shelly Thunder, y'all. She's in the room, y'all. She's in the room. You know how we do it because she's Thunder. Yes, she is up above my head. I see and hear all of that in the air. There must be a Shelly somewhere. All right, you look back at it. I know you did. Good morning, Kim Possible 711. Come on in the Lion's Den. I see you this morning. Stacy 546, I see your coffee cups. Tall Pumps, I see you, and you're pumping tall as you always do. Come on in the Lion's Den. Mike City, Mike City, he's in the room, y'all. He's in the room. I'm still working on it, Mike City. Yes, he's in the room, and I love you. This brother is a streamer. He's a phenomenal brother. He's just an awesome human being. I want you, if you're not following Mike City, I want y'all to go out there and follow him, subscribe, give him your love and your blessings, and keep looking out for him because he's going somewhere. Cheerings, he's going somewhere. I want to say good morning to Stacy 546. Come on in the Lion's Den. I want to say good morning, good morning. Mel Holiday is already cutting up. I just don't know if Mel can act right. It ain't no act right nowhere in her shondo, y'all. But nonetheless, you're always welcome, even with no act right, in the Lion's Den. I love you, girl. You know I love you. I want to say good morning, Armani Gmal, and congratulations for being the second runner-up to that love seat. I love you. DJ Onyx Hart is another streamer. I love this brother. He's my brother from another mother. Please, please follow him if you are not following him. He is a phenomenal streamer, and he will bless your whole life. I see you in the Lion's Den, sir. Sheila Miles, thank you for being in the room this morning. This lion is absolutely positively gonna roar. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. She's gonna roar. Now I'm looking and I see, let's see, who else am I missing? I don't want to miss anybody. I see Shelly Thunder. You know you my girl. I love you. I absolutely positively do. Did I see Kai Chick earlier? If you're not in here, I'm gonna give you some love anyway because I know you're coming. Listen, this is a marvelous day. It's an awesome day. It's a beautiful day. Let me look over here and see. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody because you know I really don't want to miss anybody that's in the Lion's Den because I love every last one of y'all. Want to give it up for my mods, the Rebel Inc. And yes, I saw Rebel Inc. in here. Rashida Renee, Nay Ray, all of that. Appreciate you. And that is my Ace Boon Coon. That's my girl. Thank you for being in the Lion's Den. My other moderator, Shelly Thunder. And of course, the Quiet Storm. Shelly Thunder is the prophetess, and Shelly, I appreciate you always and forever for your zeal and your enthusiasm for getting your lips, hips, and your fingertips into Grandpa Holmes's chair. And of course, Michelle Brown is my silent storm, my quiet storm. And listen, hey, Monica, thank you for sharing the stream. I appreciate you. And to everybody that's here this morning, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, let me take one quick look once more. And again, I think I got everybody. I think I did. Tall Pumps, did I get you in there? I think I did. But that's okay. I'm just trying to make sure. Auntie Diddy, I see you in the room. Come on. I see you. And blessings and nothing but mad love to you. Oh, and then, of course, I can't forget my sire. King Coogee is in the room. I'm going to be sharing some of his thoughts just a little bit later on. This is my brother. Yesterday we had a chance. He did some anime, and I saw Kim Possible 711 in the room, and she was thanking King Coogee for exposing her and introducing her to some anime. Had a marvelous time over there, and then he left from there and went on and did a little bit of music and made some tracks. I believe this brother's all the way up to like 155, 157, 158 tracks that he has made out here in these Twitch streets and just having a good time doing it. So I want y'all to know I appreciate him. I want to say I think King Coogee was one of my first friends in to really embrace me in Twitch, and he's been right there ever since, and I appreciate him. There's nobody like the sire, King Coogee. We love to talk about and use his acronym LYFE, LYFE, which stands for Love Yourself First Every Day, and he just has some phenomenal thoughts. Go out there and follow him, subscribe to the stream, listen to him while he's creating his music, but even his written word, which I want to share a little bit of that a little bit later on. It will bless your whole life. He's a whole vibe, and he's a whole blessing. Disco Darren is in the room. Disco Darren 1966. Now this brother had me trying to push and promote his business that he doesn't even have. Yes, I was pushing it. I was promoting it. I was saying, get your 8 tracks, get your cassettes. Let this man bless your life. And he was just pulling my leg, y'all. He was just pulling my leg. He was playing with Spiritual Thought Leader. He was trying to see, did Spiritual Thought Leader have any discernment? Well, what I discerned, sir, was that you pulled my leg. Shelby Nicole Cosplay is in the house. She's in the house. This woman is a phenomenal streamer, but she also has all the gifts working, baby. If you need emotes, if you need anything that you need digital, anything that you need, I just saw. I lost my nephew on last year, and I just saw my sister had, we're going to have a charity, the David Ryan charity, Love on Purpose. And I just saw last night the phenomenal logo that she made for him, that she created for him. It is a phenomenal logo. If you need logo work, whatever you need, get out there and get it. She's also starting a place where you can find a directory of Black businesses. Listen, Shelby's all that in a bag of chips. Y'all go out there and support this baby, because honey, she is powerful. And I appreciate you for being in the stream. I appreciate you for being you, and thank you for being here this morning. I love you. I love you. Listen, and you made our family proud. Our family is very pleased. Our family is very happy. And when we see what God's going to do with the David Ryan charity, that logo blazing, thank you. I love you, sis. Now, let's get this party crack-a-lacking, and let's get this party started, y'all, because listen, we got some stuff to talk about today. Oh my goodness. Let's get this music going, and listen, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out. This first story, that logo is fire. I know, Sheila Miles. That's my other sister, Shelby. So you got the 3 sisters together, the 3 amigos, the 3 musketeers. And listen, we love the logo. We love the logo. And you're going to be hearing more about the David Ryan charity. I'm telling you, we're going to get out here and change and bless some lives. Yes, we are, in memory and honor of my great nephew. Now listen, get these coffee cups out, because this first story right here, the devil, yes, Diablo. I'm starting with Diablo today, because I need some time to talk about this story right here. Oh, Jesus got him on my mind. Oh, Lord, today. Now listen. This story right here, I just don't know what to say. This 61-year-old Florida man is facing some backlash for marrying his 18-year-old goddaughter. Let me say it again. This 61-year-old Florida man is facing backlash for marrying his 18-year-old goddaughter. Now, let me write the vision and make it plain. Is Florida the state of, let's see, who's in Florida? Matt Gaetz? Who else was in Florida? Jeffrey Epstein. They got pedophilia going on in this place. I don't know, that whole section of the country just seemed like it's infested with pedophilia. Now check this out. So this is the story. Now he was originally dating the girl's mama, allegedly. He was originally dating the girl's mama. Yeah, yes, Mike City. Yes, he was supposed to be dating the girl's mama, and so we got pictures of him with his now bride when she was a baby. Yes, when she was a baby, we got pictures of him with this little girl when she's just a little child. Now, His name is Michael Hagabook. Michael Hagabook. Now, I just don't know what to say. I'm just looking. You know, my grandfather used to say, "All while you hooking and crooking, God is looking and booking." Surely God has to be looking and booking on Mr. Hagabook, Mr. Hagabook, or whatever he is, Mr. Bookabook. He's a spook. What are we doing? So this man comes out, and now he started with a baby with the girl when she was 14. A baby with the girl when she was 14. He needs his behind beat, Shelby Nicole. Now, then he waited. The reason why they just got married, he waited until, now I'm still like, where's mama at? Where's this girl's mama at? Where's this girl's mama at? Well, they got tweets and they got online where mama's like, thank you for loving us and and on and on and on and on. So I'm like, I don't know if mama need a little help too. And he got listen, Mike City, he's got your name. He's got your name. Listen, your name is now Kevin. I ain't ready either, Mike City. I'm done. I'm just done. So this is the thing. So listen, now that she turned 18, he hurried up and ran to the, listen, Reese ain't got no color. And for everybody that wants to make Reese be everybody else, y'all saw the brother and you saw the girl. They are people of color, i.e. black. And so yeah, that's why I say y'all stop saying that's everybody else doing that. We don't do that. They did it. They did it, Cheerins. They did it. Now listen. These black folk, listen, let me scroll on back up here and put it back on the screen. Cause listen, I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can see it. I want you to see it with your own eyes so you can stop all of that. I know, Shelly Thunder, I can't. I just can't. This man, now, he got picked up on some charges when he was 54, so brother got issues. And I'm not just talking about abstract charges. I think he got some pedophilia charges working with him. So this 61-year-old man, and yes, she just turned 18, but she already has a 2-year-old by him. This is a whole new world of predator. This is a whole new way of being predatory. This is a whole scenario. Now, mind you, this ain't nothing new because as this story unfolded, rappers and other people started coming forward. I'm trying to remember who the one rapper was because it wasn't somebody I know, but he came out and was like, so my dad did the same thing. So, you know, like I said, this ain't nothing new. Who is this? Kodak Black. If y'all know whoever that rapper is, he said his daddy did the same thing. Ignorance has never had a color, King Coogee. So Kodak Black said this ain't nothing new. My dad did the same thing. Other folks start chiming in saying my dad did the same thing. So I'm like, what is this? Okay, so explain it to me and make it make sense. You hook up with the baby mama so you can be a predator to the child. And then you stay with the baby mama until the child gets to be some size. These are black folk, Disco Darren. These are black folk. You let the child get to be some age. Now, I'm like, I'm done as a mother. Where are her biological parents? Now, the mother is the one that he was dating, Tall Pumps. But when she popped up with a baby from and by him at 14, y'all, at 14, who driving the van? So you can handle this situation because we need to go for a ride and come back alone. This is some mess. Listen, y'all, this is some brown stuff. I gotta put that up because this is showing up. This is some brown stuff. This right here. This is some brown stuff. This is some brown stuff. So then after listen, Kodak Black said, so listen, my daddy did the same thing. So I ain't judging nobody. Each his own, cause it could be true love. Did you hear what I said? Kodak Black is basically saying my daddy did the same thing. He uses the S word. He left us and started this whole new family with this same scenario, but he ain't gonna judge nobody though, because to each his own, because this could be true love. This could be true love. This could be true love. The R. Kelly disease, baby, the R. Kelly disease. Now, listen, y'all, I'm just trying to understand. Now, at the end of the day, I'm like, when mama saw this man getting so close to her daughter, close enough to get between her legs and reproduce, and pop out a baby at 14, that should have been the end right there. Y'all just listen. I don't care. Y'all can say what you want to say. That should have been the end. Charges, your lips, hips, and fingertips are going to jail. What are we doing? Could it be? Could it be? The devil. I can't find my devil glasses, but at the end of the day, this ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. You just not gonna convince me otherwise. This ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. And so I'm sitting and I'm saying, who in the whole heaven and earth thinks that this is potentially true love? So now this is, and we're talking about in broad open daylight, pedophiles are basically grooming their victims, moving in with the mama and the cheerings, and then turning them into. I need prayer. Now, listen, I'm gonna take my own blood pressure. I'm gonna take my own blood pressure. Y'all ain't even got to tell me. Nobody has to use your channel points. I'm gonna do it for myself. I'm gonna do it for the loved one in my life, and that's me. What are we doing? What are we doing? And to have this is the thing, whether it's Kodak Black or whomever, to have young people talking about this could be true love. What the what? Have we so misrepresented and so jacked up what love looks like that these kids see pedophilia and predatory behaviors right here in broad open plain sight, and the kids running around talking about this could be true love? We jacked up, y'all. We are jacked up. So at the end of the day, this story right here took me out, Mike City, because I wasn't ready. The mama needs her something, B. Disco Darren. And so this, listen, it's a shameful God. You hear me, Shelby? It's a shameful God. So this was the thing, and I felt so sorry for the little girl, because at 18, she's legal age, but she's still a little girl. She's still a little girl. So I looked at her comments and what she had, and she basically has this mindset that people are jealous of her and the love that they have because they're dating. This is what she said. Little boys that are cheating on them. Girls her age are dating little boys that are cheating on them. Could it be? Could it be? The devil. Baby, that ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. She's out here talking about, she's been brainwashed. That's exactly it, Shelly. She's been brainwashed and she doesn't know any better. But at the end, her little baby brain is still developing, and we don't know when he started tinkering and tampering with her, because the baby came at 14. Now, we don't know what else he did to her and been doing to her before the baby popped up at 14. And she gonna talk about people are jealous of her. And this is why I'm still going back to, she gonna be too old for him in about 2 years, Monica. In about 2 years, honey, by the time she keeps on having to shave the carpet clean, and the carpet outruns her, and it ain't baby soft and bald enough, he gonna move on. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? When that carpet cutting ain't working no more, and it's too much fur for he's gonna find him a baby clean bottom. Do you understand me? With a baby size hind part, because that's what the man is after. So at the that AARP card, he been there since he was a child, Mike City. Now, I wanted to start here because, listen, as I said, we always want to do this. Everybody else, we don't do that. Yes, yes, and yes. Because this brother right here and this little girl and her mama. Now, at the end of the day, just like the rapper said, it's happened to him. Now, while y'all want to be shocked, stunned, and amazed, my mother told a story of one of her cousins that had this happen to her. Not so much the pedophilia as well. I don't know, because I had some questions. I'm not gonna lie, I had questions about the whole story. But this man who was living with my mom's cousin made her iron his suit, got him crispy. He walked out the door and went and married the girl and the Cheerins over here that I still say it's suspect to me about the pedophilia, and left her tail in that house with the children he had left over there and went to the little kids. So listen, it ain't nothing new, because my mama is dead in her grave in her 80s, and her cousin was too. So this ain't no new stuff, and it ain't them, it's everybody that lost their minds up in here. So at the end of the day, this sounds like the R. Kelly Academy for pedophilia. It really does. So we've had and we see this kind of behavior going on, and you just need Uncle Jim right now. I see you, Sheila. We need Uncle Jim right now, because somebody need to shoot him in his hind parts. This is a deeper problem, and that's what I wanted to deal with here. Now, if the truth be told, I had a classmate that the man was living in the house with the mama, and he had mama and all the Cheerins, and they all knew that he was having them all. So this ain't nothing new. And so when we talk about what happens to a woman that moves a man in and allows him to have relations with you and all your babies, I don't know. But this needs to be addressed. It is a problem. I hear you, Tall Pumps, and it's deeper than we may imagine. Because when these folks start popping up out of the woodwork, responding to this article saying that happened to us, that happened to us, that happened to us, I'm like, what in the whole heaven and earth are we doing here, people? What are we doing? We're talking about straight up grooming for pedophiles to be loose on these little kids. These little kids are being groomed. So then when she comes out with her comments, y'all just jealous. Because all the girls my age out here running around with guys that are little boys that are cheating on you. Ma'am, you got a pedophile. He is a pedophile. He's a pedophile. Oh, I'm telling you. I read that story this morning, and my mother, you need to get resaved after this story. Listen, DJ Onyx Hart, this story took me over the edge this morning, and I said, you know what? Right here, we gonna talk about this insanity right here, because this is where, good morning, Stacy Blessed One, come on in the Lion's Den, because listen, spiritual thought leader is roaring this morning over this stupid story. This is where I want us to get to the point, what are we doing? Because I'm not gonna deal with this little 18-year, and mind you, she just turned 18, but I'm looking at the mother, and I'm saying for 2 years from the time she gave birth to a child by this man, and you've had every opportunity to intervene and say and do something. I need to see something different from the mother. Mama is clearly allowing what was done to her. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? No doubt mama was sitting on the front row at the wedding, Kim Possible. So I'm saying to us, what are we doing with our daughters? much less. I'm not even gonna deal with the sons right now. What do we, as Dr. Dady Priest calls them, our dusty sons? What are we doing with our daughters that they think it's okay? And is it just for the sake of having a man in your life? What are we doing? Just to say somebody's in there with you at nighttime, keeping you warm? I don't know about paying the bills or nothing else, because some of them ain't even doing that. But why would you sacrifice your child? Why would you sacrifice your children? And I'm telling you, my schoolmate, I want to say she had a baby by mama's boyfriend in 7th grade. This ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. And I went to school in a small town. It ain't nothing new. Come on here, Aguna. The lack of mental health focus and teaching folks what is okay and what's not, depending on where you are a woman. So, what? Hold on. I think I may have lost you on that last one. Depending on where you are, women should obey the man no matter. Oh, okay. You're talking about people's mindset. You're talking about people. Because I thought you were telling me, Aguna, I was like, skirt. Women should obey the man no matter what. I had to go back and read. But there are some that are taught that way. Listen, at the end of the day, roll up on the dusty sons. You understand? Roll up on the dusty sons. Now, let me get there, because whatever there is in your brain and your emotional lack of development, I'm going to try to go there because I want to be nice. Lack of development that thinks it's okay to go in and get a whole harem in a house. No, ma'am, no, sir. And you ain't all that in a bag of chips. Don't even try to stroke your ego like that while they stroking your other body parts. I need you to go, listen. Sit down. I need you to sit down. You and your peen. I need all of y'all to sit down. Sit down somewhere. You ain't all that in a bag of chips. And anybody that's got to go after little kids, help me make it make sense. Help me to understand it. Help me to anybody that's going after little kids. And yes, DJ Onyx Hart, this little girl was groomed. And that's it. That's that. You can't, there's no other way to fix it. Say it, fix your lips. This little girl was groomed. So somebody said her first words would be hello, brother. Y'all silly. Who teachers at school, somebody should have said something. You understand, Sheila? Somebody should have said something. And Mel, yes, her baby's first words are gonna be hello, brother. This is sad. This is sad. And so when I heard, good morning, Nancy Jackson, come on in the room. I'm going off about this 18-year-old girl that married her predatory godfather. So at the end of the day, we've got to look at what's going on in our communities with our young babies. Now, the mama is broken, Kim Possible. The mama is broken. You cannot convince me that the mama is not broken. Unfortunately, this broke up mama is having a direct impact on this little child. And who knows when and if that little child's brain is ever going to develop correctly. She's going to need counseling, therapy. I mean, listen, she's going to need years or something to get her back straight. But at this point, she thinks she's good and everybody else is crazy. Y'all just jealous of her. Good morning, Crazy Berrytown. You came in the room while I was going for it. Crazy Berrytown is my Zumba. She's my teacher. She will Zumba you to Zion. She's my Zumba partner. I want y'all to go out there, give her a follow. I want y'all to go out there and buy her products. She's selling stuff to keep your body well. I want y'all to support her right over the top. I love you and thank you. And I'm sorry I was on a rant when you came in and I could not address you appropriately. But I'm still saying this baby's mama needs to be dealt with. And this dusty son, whoever's dusty son this is, he needs to be dealt with. Good morning, Mufasa. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I love you. The girl ran away at 14 and he was looking for her more than her mother was. Come on here, Monica. The girl ran, but this is the thing, and I think a lot of times people don't understand when you've been brainwashed and groomed in this way. And even like we talk about Stockholm syndrome, where even after you find the individual, they have this pseudo twisted idea, I'm in love with my victimizer. So yeah, she's gonna come out talking and saying y'all just jealous of me and what we got and da da da. Ain't nobody listen. Ain't nobody jealous, baby. Ain't nobody jealous. Ain't nobody jealous. Ain't nobody jealous. So at the end of the day, this is something, it's dastardly. This is something that we really need to look at, folks. And then let's go back to, am I my brother's keeper? Do we just let this stuff go? Good morning, Marquise 024. Come on in here. Come on in here. Welcome to the Lion's Den. I'm so glad you're here. So at the end of the day, I'm like, listen, Nancy, he groomed the girl and the mother had some part to play, because as parents, we cannot get so entangled. This was an entanglement. Now, if there was ever an entanglement, this was an entanglement. This was a spider's web. Anyone that we overlook or turn a blind eye to things going on with our children, these are your children. What are we doing? So I had to start with that story. She's got to need a nurse to help with the old. Help me turn him. Help me turn him. pull the drawstring. Pull the. And it's sad to say, because at the end of the day, he's going to go on about his business, take her through all kinds of crazy changes, and she's going to wake up one day and realize she lost and missed her whole youthful life. Lost it all, missed it all, taking care of this old raggedy man that was a predator. At the end of the day, I can't stop saying that enough. This man was a predator. He is a pedophile. So at the end of the, and this is one thing I'm gonna say, because I've seen this in another situation. I've said, good morning, Bishop Andrews. There's my brother from another mother. Mr. Integrity himself is in the room. This is something that I've seen. I've seen it happen and happen and happen again. This is the thing with him. Now, you start off meddling with these little girls and popping out cheerings. And then somehow or another, because I've seen it before, somehow or another, when the children finally get to be legal age, it's like it completely exonerates the pedophile. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you've been tinkering and tampering. You've been meddling with 12-year-old, 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 8-year-old girls. You've been out here putting your peen here, there, and everywhere. You've been having relations inappropriately with these little kids. But suddenly, when they get to be legal age, all of a sudden, it's okay. You're a pedophile, sir. You're a pedophile. And this is what I look at, and I'm just like, here. Because at the end of the day, when you start talking about, let's have some kids, I can't have no kids with you because you're going to be meddling with my children. Because as soon, listen, I started to say, I sure hope that she had a little boy. But listen, they'll mess with little boys just as much as they'll mess with little girls. So at the end of the day, any small child in that man's presence is a no, ma'am, no, sir. You cannot be around my child. You can't be around my sisters, my brother's children. You can't be around any children whatsoever, because I know your nasty, dirty deeds. You're a pedophile, sir. Oh, Lord. She's there. Is a major clue. Come on. What was she running away from home for? Come on here, Tall Pumps. Come on, Tall Pumps. Trauma intervention is needed for all the females in that family, and probably some of the males too. And I ain't playing. Even from the standpoint, even if he wasn't tampering with little boys, when little boys see this, and this is what I'm saying to my sisters, my sisters, my sisters. I ain't talking about just black sisters. I'm talking about all sisters, my sisters. What you bring into your household around your children is what your children are exposed to and prone to repeat. My sisters, my sisters, my sisters. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? If you out here tipping around with married old men, your children gonna get out here and potentially be tinkering and tampering with married old men because they're repeating what you did and brought in the house. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. And then you want them to look a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way. They're imitating you. They're imitating what you showed them. They're imitating what you manifested. Good morning, Kinetic K. Come on in here because I'm cutting up. They're going to start imitating what you brought into that household. You know what, Disco Darren, would it be different if she was 21 years old and then she's a legal adult? This is my thing, you know, because at the end of the day, if he's supposed to be in this house, and sisters, I'm going to say it again, y'all bringing these jokers all up in your house and between your legs and every place else, pay attention. If he's supposed to be in the house with mama, I don't care if she's 31. If he's supposed to be in the house because he's there with the mama, it's going to be a problem for me. But it's really a problem that you're a pedophile. Am I making sense? Because there's some 21-year-old kids and their brain is still 10. There's some 31, some 41-year-old folk and their brains are still the brains of a little child. So age ain't nothing but a number, because that still does not mean that they have any kind of mental capacity as an adult just because their body is 21, just because their body is 31, 41. I know some 51-year-old folk whose mind is still in their 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 development stages. So, you know, I'm not just caught up on the number, but I'm caught up with the idea, Disco Darren, she's supposedly up in the house. He's supposedly up in the house with the mama. How you in the house with the mama and screwing the little girl? And it's okay. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. I don't care how you fix it. My boyfriend, and I'm going to say it again, y'all bringing these boyfriends in your house around these little children. My boyfriend is not going to be in the house with me and screwing my little girl. And it's okay. No, ma'am, no, sir. So at the end of the day, I'd have a problem with it, Disco Darren. I'd have a problem with even if she was 21, because you not here for my daughter. You supposed to be here with me. So, you know, I know the 21, and let's look at it at this point. Let's look at it at this point. She's now 18, but wherever this trauma started with her, and I'm a firm believer, where you get traumatized, that's where your development stops until you get help, healed, and whole. Wherever you get traumatized, that's usually where your development stops until you get helped, healed, and whole. I'm gonna say it again. Wherever you get traumatized, that's usually where your development stops until you get helped, healed, and whole. And you can be all of 51, but when trauma comes back in your world, you start reverting back to where you got traumatized. That little 3-year-old got traumatized, you revert back to that 3-year-old in your development. Because you need to get helped, you need to get healed, and you need to get whole. And until that happens, you'll keep digressing and reverting back to wherever your trauma was. So even though she's 18 right now, her mind, her emotional and mental development is going to be stuck wherever he started touching and agreeing. And I'm gonna say touching and disagreeing. Y'all don't have to buy what I'm selling, but listen, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out. Because I'm telling it like it T-I-Z-Tis. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because I'm telling it like it T-I-Z-Tis. And I need y'all to pay attention. Pay attention. You all, sometimes y'all hang on to these brothers that are modeling the wrong kind of behavior in front of your young men and your children, and you just hanging on to them for dear life. But your kids, then when they start doing the same thing, y'all get upset. And I'm like, why are you upset? They're just recreating what you presented to them in your household. I don't get it. Do we not understand it? Do we not understand it? And so I'm like, at the end of the day, just like I said, they're gonna replicate. So as Kim Possible said, we need to pray for the little boys. We need to pray for everybody because they all need help, and somebody need to go to counseling. Somebody needs therapy. And I ain't talking about Theraflu. You need therapy at a person. I ain't talking about at the pastors. No, you need somebody that got credentials that knows how to help you get healed. Listen, it happened sooner than when that baby was born. Come on here, Shelby. You know it. The baby was just produced in the process, but you know that man was tinkering and tampering long before the baby finally came. And her mother is no innocent bystander. And we need, and that's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, we need to go back and see, because listen, y'all ain't ready for me. Mother may have recreated the household that her mother gave her. Y'all ain't ready for me, because I told you it ain't nothing new. They've been doing this for years. I told you the story that my mother told about her situation with a family member. It ain't nothing new. All these people that start coming out the woodwork saying that happened to me, that happened to us, that happened to our family. It ain't nothing new. So we don't know that her mother didn't introduce her to this mindset. But it's twisted. It's twisted. So, and then, okay, so if I take that DJ Onyx Hart, if in fact she recreated the type of I'm still on the, we don't know if this is true love or not. That comment just took me out. We don't know if this is true love or not. We don't know if this is true love or not. Oh my God. But we don't know that mama didn't bring this into their house and she's not replicating what she came from. We don't know that. And in that instance, then my question for you, DJ Onyx Hart, is she really innocent or guilty? It's almost like when Jesus said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. They know they lied. They know they conspired. They know, but there is still that element that people who are caught up in something. DJ, come on. I see you, sir. Brother Fu, come on in. We still don't know. Can we really? Tall Pumps, she probably it's probably some of the same soup warmed over, Tall Pumps. It could very likely be some of the same soup warmed over. DJ PFU, come on. I want y'all to follow my brother. Get on your P's and Q's and follow him. Hit that subscribe button if you will. Follow him and give him your love. We out here in the Lion's Den. We know how to support our brothers and our sisters. Thank you for coming in the Lion's Den this morning. Listen, so at the end of the day, is she really responsible if she's replicated what she came from? And that's why I want us to think about young mothers. And this is a thing. It's like, y'all want to be I'm going to live my life. Baby, you got cheerings. You got cheerings. But I had them at a young age. It's my time to shine. Baby, you got cheerings. You make good decisions and make good choices. Hello. I'm not going to say anything negative about your child being here, because at the end of the day, I believe every life that God brings into this world, there's a purpose for it. There's a design for it. But at the end of the day, some of the ways they got here may not have been the best ways in our opinions. However, that life is here. Love it. But y'all can't be trying to get all the shine. It's your child's turn. Give your child an opportunity. I'm so tired of seeing mothers and fathers that could care less about the children because they're trying to shine. Sit your lips, hips, and fingertips down until you finish taking care of your kids. My God. Woo! It's a generational pattern. The mom allowed what her mother allowed. I hear you, Kim Possible. And that's why I said it's no point in us just really jumping all hook, line, and sinker all over this mother. I'm looking at the mother when I look at the daughter, but then I'm looking at the mother's mother. I'm looking at the mother's mother's mother. Something broke down somewhere. Something, come on, get that coffee cup down. Something broke down somewhere. I see it all the the time right now where I'm looking at parents that are so busy trying to party it up, trying to shine, trying to have their... Listen, I've seen children that cannot get an opportunity to even blossom or bloom because the parents are sucking up all the oxygen out of the room. The parents won't let the children breathe because they're sucking all the oxygen out of the room, and the poor baby is just over there dying from asphyxiation. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. All roads lead to the mama need. I hear you, Disco Darren. I hear you. They all. And that child needs therapy badly. I hear you. And this is why I'm saying, at the end of the day, I need us to wake up the lions in the community, because we've had enough of this. This is enough. This is enough. It's a full house of cracked eggs, and it's a very fragile situation, King Kuji. It's a full house of cracked eggs, and it's a very fragile situation. Now, what we can't do is just all of a sudden turn a blind eye and pretend like it doesn't exist, because now there's a newborn baby in the mix. There's a 2-year-old child in this madness. There's a 2-year-old child in this madness. And we gonna reproduce after our kind. So understand, they reproducing after their kind. She doesn't even know what true love is. She's been abused since she was a child by her mother and this man. Now you said a mouthful, and that is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because she has been abused by not just the man, but her mother too. Whew. I'm telling you, that story got me riled up. That story had me fired up, y'all. If Born into Sin was a person, that baby is it right now. This is so sad, and that's an innocent child. That is an innocent child. And this is where my brain goes to as a village. Obviously, the child's mama, who just turned 18, is not mentally able. Apparently, the mama's mama is not mentally able. Some intervention needs to happen for that baby, because that baby should not automatically be raised with wolves just because I'm living in a house with some folk that ain't thinking right. Truck driver, you said you got some brown liquor. Listen, this is a perfect story as to why we got to wake up the lions. Because all of them, the whole situation is fragile. The whole entire situation is fragile. And there needs to be some intervention. Now, this is what I'm going to add to it, and some of y'all may disagree with me here. If there's somebody in the family that's brain is right, because listen, I got some family members. They you know, I got some cousins and some distant ones who, you know, sometimes I'm clutching pearls. Did you really just do that? Yes, they did. But this is where somebody in the family system may need to step up to the plate and say, "Give me that 2-year-old baby." Somebody may need to step up and say, "Give me that 2-year-old baby." And furthermore, I don't know that the system that we currently have of foster care is the best place for that child to be. However, if it's between that child continuing on in this system of madness and being tampered with and tinkered on, the child needs to come out of the home. Oh, y'all ain't ready for me. Y'all are not. That was a very poetic way to put it. Kim Possible. King Kuji finessed that thing. He finessed that thing. He said it much more poetic and more kindly than Spiritual Thought Leader would have. Because listen, I'm like, somebody's hotel need to go to jail. But when we start talking about the village, what do we owe the village? What do we owe that 2-year-old child? And I'm not talking about, well, you know, that's them. That 2-year-old child is a part of our village. That 18-year-old girl, confused as she may be, victimized as she may be, is a part of our village. Confused, conflicted, she's still a part of our village. Even the mama and 61-year-old pimp daddy. They still a part of our village. We need to come on. And that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. We need to get to the root of it. And King Coogee, when I looked over and saw that, we've got to destroy the roots of this or it will keep growing no matter where we cut it. And so this is where when you hear me so impassioned on a daily in the lion's den and why I feel I've got to wake up the lions, these are the kinds of situations that demand, man, we got to wake up. We got to wake up and we got to wake the lions up. We can't just allow this to continue. As King Coogee said, we got to get down and destroy the roots of this. We got to get to the root. That's what happened in your husband's family. His mom took and legally adopted his cousin. That's what come on here for your, listen, this is what I'm giving up for your dad's, for your husband's mother. Kudos. Kudos. Stop the madness. Somebody step up to the plate, Lord Jesus. Somebody has to step up to the plate. And so this is where, when we start talking about this pride, P-R-I-D-E, this pride of lions is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. It's more than just bywords and talking and a catchy phrase and something. No, we have got to get this stuff at the root. And it ain't about looking at somebody else and saying that's their responsibility. That's their business. Listen, you have got to get involved and do what you can do. And I hear y'all saying lock his butt up. I don't have a problem with that. But when you lock him up, are you dealing with what's really gone wrong in this man's heart and mind? Because if you're not dealing with what's in his heart and mind, when he gets out of jail, he's going to do the same thing. Sitting in jail is not the solution and the answer to everything if they're not being rehabilitated, and they are not in OT. They are not being rehabilitated. They're just being used for slave labor. Now, let's get that straight. They're being used for slave labor. Ain't nobody rehabilitating them folk. They come out more criminalized than they were when they went in. Y'all ain't ready for me. No need to waste taxpayers' money. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, he's somebody's dusty son, as Dr. Dady Priest says. He's somebody's dusty son, and some mother out there cares about her dusty son. So I'm not, because listen, snip, snip. Shelby. Jim, Big Jim, just went to Jane. Come on, Monica. And who's been fondling him? Who's been fondling him? And so at the end of the day, snip, snip, is that really going to get to the root? And I'm not saying not to, I'm just saying, are we getting to the root, or are we just asking for a temporary fix? And when I say temporary, I know snip, snip, all of that, it's permanent, but it's still temporary in the means of his mind. Everything that caused it at the root still is not necessarily fixed. Because listen, I've heard stories told of people that, yes, you stop them with the snip snip, but then they get off training somebody else to do what they did. And they get off vicariously through somebody else that they trained and groomed how to do what they could no longer do. You got to get to the root. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because him sitting in prison and then connecting with somebody that he can give them all the tricks and tools of the trade, how to be trained and efficient as a predatory pedophile, you haven't fixed the problem. The problem is still that I see you, Kim Possible. The root has to be plucked out for real change to occur. Dusty sons can't get, they can get their wigs knocked back too. I hear you. She cannot have a village, because if she did, we would probably, that's going so fast, let me catch that, probably wouldn't even know about this story. Whether I'm on top of things or not as a mother, if anything jumped off with my daughter, I'm completely understanding. STL's coming to the rescue. Oh, now you know I'm coming. You know I'm coming. Listen, don't listen. Nancy Jackson's daughter is my, and daughters, I could really say, because I don't take one without the other. Those are my babies, and you bet not think you're gonna put your hands and do anything to any of them. And when they call me, STL shows up. And believe you me, the thing that I love about it is I have a relationship where, especially my goddaughter, she picks up the phone and she'll be like, godmother. That's what she calls me. She's 20 something years old, but she's still godmother, not mother, godmother, godmother, godmother. I need to talk. Can we talk? Can we hook up? Can we go someplace? I need to get something off my chest. And I love it. And don't you think you gonna put your hands on my babies and we're not gonna deal with the situation. But I'm gonna deal with it with what needs to be dealt with. And every solution that may be, it makes me feel good and it's temporary, still may not get us to the end game. And I'm for fix it. Especially if it's gonna impact my baby for any long period of time. We got to go deeper. And there you have it. So you already know, Nancy. You already know. So you can snip him, but you have to get to that 18-year-old because she's still raising that 2-year-old child. And at Mike City, 100%. You're absolutely positively correct. Snip him all day long. You still got a 2-year-old baby and that 18-year-old baby that are going to be confused, mixed up, and really, really traumatized by all of this. And they are right now, they just don't know it. They're not mentally aware enough to know I'm in a trauma. I'm in a trauma right now. Right now. I'm in trauma right now. And they don't even know it. And that's a seriously bad situation when you got traumatized people that are functioning completely ignorant to the fact that they're traumatized. So, you know, I just, there's so many dynamics and so many levels. Shelby, I know you want to knock that goofy off. Shelby, my baby done got violent on this one. I love you. I love you, Shells. Shells ain't playing. She said, look at here, look at here. I feel you. But I still understand. He is old enough to be her grandfather. Yeah, absolutely, DJ Onyx. And has been with her since she was small. This story is dastardly. This whole entire story is dastardly. And so at the end of the day, now, Monica, when I talk about taking people for a ride, listen, I'm that one. And I got people that can testify to this. I'm not going to get violent. I'm not going to, but you would almost wish that I would to give you some relief. I'm that person. You wish I would resort to something quick, fast, and in a hurry to get it over with, put you out of your misery. You wish spiritual thought leader would do that, because I'm that one, that baby, by the time I get done, not having done any of the above, you wish to God y'all could turn me off. And ain't no hands laid. Ain't none of that stuff to where people going, no weapons used. But baby, my tongue gets it done. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? My tongue gets it done. And I ain't licking either. My tongue gets it done. And it's very efficient when I need it to work. It's sharper and quicker than any two-edged sword. So I ain't worried about taking you for a ride. You can stand right here and you're going to have to listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. And especially when I get heated. Oh, Nancy, you know I show up, baby. I show up and ain't no games. Ain't no games when I show up. And I feel that's the thing. My heart goes out. My heart really goes out, because this needs to be addressed. And as King Kuji said, we're talking about a situation where man, we've now pushed this into generational trauma. And this is something I think that we need to pay attention to. Generational trauma. Man. That's I probably need to just have a whole nother segment talking about generational trauma. I am a part of an organization where they talk about trauma to the brain, neurological, and it's completely neurological science. This isn't just people out talking and whatever. This is neurological science. And the brain actually goes through a neurological change from trauma. And so when you start hearing and understanding more about trauma brain and what traumatized brains create, then you can understand some of the dynamics that are going on, especially in the Black community, where we've been traumatized almost ever since we've been on this continent. And then you generationally have that trauma brain just pass on. I'm telling y'all. And at the same time, if we can understand and know the dynamics of it so that we can do something different. And that's what I was saying, even about them. They're in trauma right now, but they don't even know it. There's a lot of us that have been in trauma and we didn't even know it. And so what you don't know, ignorance will kill you. What you don't know will destroy you. That trauma brain that may have been passed down generationally, how do you reverse the curse? Baby, you got to start doing something different. You got to start doing something different. You got to have a knowledge and awareness and knowing so that you can turn that thing around, because it can be turned around. Now, you can turn that thing around, but you need some tools. You need some knowledge. You need some guidance. You need some help. But we're going to turn this thing around, because I'm sick and tired of the generational trauma. I don't know about you, but I am. But you hear, this is a perfect example right here of generational trauma. Some lips, hips, and fingertips will forever lose opportunities to even look at. Let's take a ride. Let's take a Cassandra. You got me going. So at the end of the day, turn her off, Lord. But Rebel can tell you, she can testify. When I get riled up and I ain't got to hit you one lick, but honey, them words are landing blows. And I intend every blow that comes out my mouth. So there you go. This needs Martin and Malcolm approach. Might need hands and verbal action. Both attacks go to... Speak, sire. Both attacks go to the head. Come on here. What do y'all think about this? Even if a social worker is not assigned to this case, if they just saw it in the media, are they obligated under oath to report what they just read? I would think somebody needs to pick up something. I would think that somebody in that community, in the way of a social worker, a minister, some mandatory reporter needs to pick this up. The tongue won't be a licking. That's right. I ain't licking. No, sir. No, sir. Honey, no, sir. No, ma'am. Oh, come on here. I said, if you don't know how to play with it right, y'all going for it. Listen, I sliced down to the marrow and the bone, and the Rebel Ink knows that I'm telling the truth. I will slice right down between the marrow and the bone. That's how sharp that joker gets. So at the end of the day, you got to know what tools you're working with. I don't need a gun. I don't need a knife. Just let my tongue loose. These teachers are still getting caught sleeping with these students, and I'm so over people. Way too. I got you, and I hear you, Monica. And there is now. I think it was Kim Possible that addressed that consequences don't always correct the problem, but that's not to alleviate and eliminate consequences happening. Because I feel like there is a reality when people keep getting let off the hook. Oh, this is the excuse. Oh, that's an excuse. This is a reason. That's a reason. I feel like some point it emboldens the individuals to feel like I can do this as much as I want to, because ain't nothing gonna happen to me. So I feel like there needs to be some consequences. And these teachers that are in school, just so they can get close to these little kids and get them all caught up and webbed up and tangled up in their... We need to stop and take a look at how this stuff is going down and what's going on, and pay attention. Pay attention. There's some people that position themselves with little kids because they want little kids. And then I'm gonna go back to the parenting or whoever's in supervisory positions. Y'all pay attention. Don't just be handing your kids over to these people like you know them. And just because they have this particular job title and function that they're going to do right by your child. No, ma'am, no, sir. No, ma'am, no, sir. No, ma'am, no, sir. Stop sending your kids off places with folk you don't know where they're going and who. I'm going to tell you what, if I was a pedophile, I had a perfect opportunity with a friend of mine. I had that child most of their life when they were growing up. I did not meet the mother until I was fully I'm telling you, that child was completely fully grown before I met the mother the first time. If I was a pedophile, I could have had my way with that child, but it just so happened I wasn't. But I'm like, who sends your children out with somebody you've never even met? That's real talk. That's real talk, y'all. That's real talk. And I think you all, and yes, all of it was for going to church. That's fine and good, but church folk are nasty. There's some church folk out here that are pedophiles. There's some church folk out here that listen. They nymphos. You got nymphos in the church. They got the nympho spirit. They got the nympho mentality. They got the nympho mentality and behaviors in the church. And y'all just releasing your children to these people like they're okay. He's a nymphomaniac. She is too. And they switch hit. It's boys, girls, anybody I can get my hands on, I take them all. And y'all just, y'all, and you just releasing your kids like you trust them because you know, well, honey, they saved, sanctified, and full of the Holy Ghost. They got ghost all right, and they full of something. So I want y'all to pay attention. And then when we get the word, and I'm not blaming anybody, because you can do the best parenting that you can do and still stuff happens. But I'm saying at the end of the day, I want you to build rapport with your children. Let's talk. Let's talk about stuff. Not just clean your room, not just this, that. Let's talk. Let's have real conversation. I mean, let's have a relationship. Now, listen, I tell people, I'm not trying to be your best friend if I'm the parent, not during parenting years. Now, I hope that I'll train you to grow up to a point where we can be friends and have a relationship and it's still not the mama. I'm always going to be your mama. But at the end of the day, I begin to shift and temper that. But when you're in those formative years where you need me to parent, we're not best friends. Some of y'all got that twisted. And yes, I want you to talk to me. I want you to share with me. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to cover you. I'm going to be there from you. I'm going to listen with open ears. I'm not just going to beat you and cram something down your throat and make this a dictatorship, a dictatorial scenario where you do what I say. And no, your kids, that's why your kids don't talk to you. They'll call my phone and call me because they know they can't talk to you. But this is the environment that you got to create. So at the end of the day, y'all make some relationship with your babies. Even if you hear some stuff that, listen, sometimes you just need to listen. You don't need to say nothing. You just need to listen. You just need to listen. Some of y'all ain't got that straight. Either you all dictator or you on the other extreme trying to be their best friend. And am I your BFF? I ain't your BFF. You need BFFs your age. I'm twice your age. You don't need me for your BFF. I'm your mama. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. We got this stuff twisted. That's how we end up with stories like this. Because we got this stuff twisted and we got the pendulum either going way far where y'all dictators, or you got folk going the whole other extreme where I want to be your BFF, and we don't know how to parent these children. And so the children suffer with insanity like this. Now, come on. I know this rough this morning. Get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. Y'all said, Lord Jesus, I can't drink another sip of this coffee. It's too strong. Listen, get your coffee cup out. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because I'm telling it like it T-I-Z-tis. I ain't making up no lies. This is the truth. Where's the lie, though? That's what Shelly Thunder say. Where's the lie, though? I'm telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Y'all ain't ready for me. But we ain't ready to keep reproducing this madness and then having people say, we don't know if it's true love. That ain't no true love. You can talk all day till you're blue in the face. That is not true love. Ain't no love in it. It's pedophilia. It's twisted, mangled relationship with a 61-year-old man that been meddling with this little child. Whew, y'all ain't ready for me. So at the end of the day, I'm going to put it one step past lust, DJ Onyx Heart, because you can lust and you don't have to be twisted. Stacy Bless was saying, I'm beginning not to like coffee. Get you some tea, girl. Get you some tea. Get you something. But baby, get your coffee cup out. Because I'm telling you, this is what's happening. And when you start talking about we got to get to the root, this is some of what's at the root. We want to go to the extreme and blame somebody bringing something crazy into your household and look at it. No, sometimes it's as simple as you trying to be your child's BFF instead of giving that child some guidance and some direction, some love, a listening ear, some balance, instead of really stepping up to the plate in good, healthy parenting. That's how it gets so far off. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. Listen, but what I'm selling you is good stuff if you just buy it. Oh, she was groomed to love that guy, King Coogee. She was groomed and conditioned to love that guy. And we have to teach our children how to create and nurture relationships that are qualitative versus quantitative. And some folks, if they don't have enough likes on their Facebook posts, they ready to kill themselves because they want that quantitative. How many people? I said this the other day because even in ministry, you got preachers, you got all these folk running around trying to be grand. And so they always want to know numbers, numbers, numbers. And I said, look, Noah preached for 100+ years and had 8 members. Now, some of y'all would say, honey, that if he only got 8 converts and he wasn't no preacher, 8 was 8. But I said this, those 8 saved the world. Don't be fooled. Those 8 saved the world. Y'all get so caught up in quantity. How many friends do you have? How many people liked you? Listen, I've been streaming on Twitch longer than most of the people on here and most of the streamers that I talk about. Matter of fact, some of the streamers, I say, hey, the Twitch, you want to get on it. You need to get on it. You need to get your presence on there. And they've surpassed me. They got thousands of follows. They got thousands. And I'm still in the hundreds. I don't care because it's about quality. It's not about quantity to me because I've never been caught in that numbers bag. But some of y'all get distraught. Some of y'all get discouraged. Some of y'all ready to throw in the towel. Some of y'all ready to quit and walk away because you don't have the numbers and everybody else is coming by showing and taunting numbers. Numbers ain't nothing if ain't no quality there. Numbers are nothing if there's no quality there. Listen, so I want you to understand whether it's whatever area of life you're dealing with, get the quality out of it, including the relationships with our children. The idea that your kids are scared of you, that's nothing to be proud of. That's nothing to be proud of. That's a tyrant. Your kids are scared of you. You're a tyrant. If your kid, I'm gonna say it, y'all don't like me. Y'all don't like me. I don't care. If your kids are afraid of you, you are a tyrant. I'm gonna let that music play for a second. I'm just saying, that's exactly how we end up with this kind of extreme situation. We need some balance. We need folks that are operating in balance. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go with that, cause y'all, honey, I hear crickets. It done got quiet in here. Oh shoot. Well, now that I done got the lion's den is quiet. I mean, the lion's den. Let me go back up and get truck driver. I'm gonna go back and catch some of these comments that I missed while I was on my rant. Come on, you pay attention to what you bring in your house, Kim Possible. All day long, you need to pay attention to what you bring in the house. And then some of y'all like, I never brought them home, but they see what you're doing out there in the streets, baby. You didn't bring it home, but they see what you're doing out there in the streets. Stop being the cool mom and be a mother by good parenting, good, healthy, wholesome parenting. Come on here. You know a woman right now, her and her daughter was BFF, and now they have kids by the same man, which was the daughter's man that had moved in with them. I'm telling you, if y'all would just listen to what Spiritual Thought Leader is imparting to y'all this morning. This ain't the one where y'all cracking up and having a good time, but baby, I done put some stuff out here this morning. And this is some stuff we need to chew on. This is some stuff we need to talk about. This is some stuff we need to work through, because this is real. This is real. This is a reality in people's lives and world. And we need to address it so that we can get to the root and not keep having stories like this one that I shared this morning. And then all these people that chimed in on top and said, that happened to our family too. That happened to our family too. That happened to our family too. Oh my God. And y'all hear what this right here in the chat with truck driver. You heard my experience that I shared, my mother shared with me. You hear, and I have my own, and I gave one experience, but I could give you several. I just choose not to. Somebody might be listening. Truck driver, you know a woman right now, her and her daughter was BFF. What is this about your low self-esteem and low, all of this insecurity that you need to be BFF with your children? Let your children have friends, their children's age. Now be in good relationship and healthy relationship with your child. But listen, when the child has no peers their age that they're in a good relationship with, and you have no peers, and I want to ask y'all, why are you, I'm gonna use my age so I don't feel like I'm talking about anybody. Why am I 58 years old and I don't have any 58-year-old friends or my age? I mean, now listen, I'm not saying everybody's got to be my age, but I need you all to look at what's going on. What's going on with you when you got whole groups of people and dynamics missing from your life? I got folks my age. I got folks my mother's age that are best friends of mine. I got folks that are younger than me. I got cheerings, and we all are best of friends. But at the end of the day, if all of my friends are my children's age or my child only, something's wrong. I need you to look at that. If everybody, you don't have nobody, I just need you to look at that. I just need you to look at that. Oh, okay. Let me move on. Monica, you silly, because you know you love them babies. But balance, y'all. Balance. That is when I talk about my mission statement, and I love Dr. Dady for this. And I had the mission statement, but I didn't have it posted. And I think it comes around on automation in my stream. But when Dr. Dady talks about, for those of you that are out there, whether it's your stream, whether it's your business, whatever, make sure you always refer to your mission statement. When I made that mission statement, and I already had it, but I had to put it in here. Dr. Dady, I love her. If y'all not following Dr. Dady Priest, y'all need to follow her. She will bless your whole life. She's a vibe all by herself. When she started talking about putting your mission statement in there, I want you to understand, when you see my statement come by and it says to deconstruct the walls between the sacred and the secular. Because listen, I'm all one. I'm not all divided and split up and this is this and that is that and I can't have the two meet or there's a wall between. No. I'm integrated. You know, that's how people get multiple personality disorder. They got all these segments and all these compartments and they all come out when I need the protector to come out. I got a protector personality. When I need this to come out, I got that personality. Listen, I'm integrated. I'm all one. So I take down the wall between the sacred and the secular. I'm sacred and I'm secular all in one. That's who I am. So, and one of the things that it says to breed balance. And that is one reason why I included that in my mission statement, because it's something that's so absent in the world in which we live, something as simple as balance. And when you can get balanced, you can get to the success and the freedom, but I need you to have some balance. We need to have balance. So good morning, LaWanda Baskerville. She's in the room, y'all. She's the moderator extraordinaire. I love you, Wanda Visions. And she is that of Miracle Signs and Wonders. Come on in the room. So I'm gonna stop. But I just, this is something. Now listen, all of these other stories that we talk about, that's KB Browns. Come on in the Lion's Den. I love you, man. All of these other stories that we talk about, if we don't get to the root of some of these problems, and listen, sometimes we enjoy talking about all that other stuff because then we don't have to deal with what's really going on inside the house. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? We enjoy having a diversion. We enjoy having comedy. We enjoy having a good laugh it up. We enjoy acting crazy. And I enjoy all of that because listen, that's me. That's all of that is me. But I also enjoy dealing with truth. I also enjoy dealing with reality. I also enjoy having real balance in my life, not just talking about it. I love all of the above. But when you start talking about this is real stuff that's going on in our community, Disco Darren said, are we sure they're black? Yes, they're black. This is stuff that's happening in the black community too. Everybody in that I described and named in that article, all of them were black, including the rapper. So yes, ma'am, yes, sir. I'm talking about black issues, even though we want to lie to ourselves and say black folk don't do that. Yes, we do. And here you hear my experience, family members, friends, and loved ones, truck drivers' experience. And really, if y'all tell the truth, y'all know somebody in your world that fits this bill too. We just don't talk about it, but it needs to be addressed. I love Crazy Berrytown coming in and sharing. This is an experience that is close to home with her husband's family. And listen, that mother, that's when we talk about being a lion and you're going to hear us roar. Somebody needs to step up to the plate. Stop looking for somebody else to do it. Are you the one? Is it you? I love this about Kim Possible. And Kim Possible, this blessed me the other day. Keisha Key 36, come on in the room, sis. Good morning to you. This really blessed me the other day. And Stacy Bless One is a streamer too, y'all. I love you, sis. And y'all follow her. She will bless you with her gospel mix. Please follow her. Kim Possible, the other day, and this is going to stick with me, when we were talking about the fact that the mantle is passing. The mantle has passed. When we start talking about this is the day that God has made, the day, not that 24-hour window, but this is the season and the time that God has made for us. He made us for this time and for this season. And so when I talked about the story that Elijah had the petition made of him from Elisha, I want a double portion of your spirit. And Elijah says to him, if you see me when I'm caught up into the heavens, then it'll be granted to you. And the fact that when we see something from earth often has to leave to release that second double portion into the earth realm. And so when we see Elijah being caught up out of the earth realm, we see heaven releasing into the earth realm that double portion of the spirit. It blessed me the other day when in the chat, and sometimes I get to talking and I don't see everything that's in the chat. So don't ever feel like spiritual thought leaders. She don't ever say what I said. Sometimes I didn't see it because if y'all catch me at that moment when I'm really going, I didn't see it. But I did see this. Kim Possible said, I had a colleague, I believe a professor, or somebody in her life that she looked up to, and they were taken away. They passed away here recently, and she was thinking and wondering, and I may be putting something in this, but I'm trying to tell it like I think I saw it the other day. She said, and I was wondering who's going to take their place, and then she realized I'm it. She realized I'm it. Baby, that blessed my whole socks off. I mean, it just that took me to a whole nother place. And Kim Possible 711, I just want to say thank you for sharing that, because that is what we're trying to. And I'm not saying she got there because of what I said. She just was making a statement. But that's what I want to see happen when we talk about waking up the lions. Waking up the lions. When we get to the point where we begin to realize, I'm not talking to somebody else. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. That's where y'all don't know how much that blesses me. If you walk out of this stream and something is energized in you and you realize I'm it. So this is where I want you to understand why this particular story this morning, and I got y'all go out there, get in my Discord. There's a whole slew of stories to be told. However, this story took me out, and this is where I stopped right here. We didn't get another further, but that's okay, because this is in our community, and this needs to be rooted out. This must be rooted out. And some of the stuff that I'm talking about right now is why the root was able to set up. Some of the things that I've said today is exactly how this kind of root has set up in our community, in our homes, in our families, and is as common as it is. That's a whole problem, y'all. That's a whole problem. So let me take my time with that, because that's what it's all about. So that's my story for the day. That's how we got in slumbered, slept, and slobbered, because baby, that dried me up. I couldn't slobber no more. All the slobbering stopped. When I saw that, my slumber was over. When I saw that, my sleep was done and my slobbering ceased. Because that right there, that stopped me in my tracks. That stopped me in my tracks. So I just want, I'm not apologizing, because listen, I want us to keep working. I want us to keep working until we get it. Somebody needs to intervene with this situation. And as you encounter stuff in your life, in your world, get to it. Now, the reason our society, I'm gonna read this, Nancy, and we're gonna go on. The reason our society is septic and dying is because we all want a beautiful garden, but we have no knowledge of how to identify good seeds or when to plant them. If the roots, and get the weeds out. I need y'all to get the weeds out. If the roots are not deep, I don't care how strong our branches are or how pretty our leaves are, our trees will not live. And that is a word. That is a whole word right there. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much. So as we move on, so that kind of, it's a good segue into what I want to continue talking about. We've been doing, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we're not talking about 24-hour window. We understand and we identify that right now, for this season and for this time, God has prepared you. There's a reason why you are in the world, occupying the space that you do today, because God needed you for this day. This is the day. This is the day. And we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. And God is giving us success. That's coming from Psalms 118, verses 24, 25, if anybody wants to look that up. Now, with that, I also want to come here today. I'm going to Malachi, the 4th chapter, and I'm not going to preach a sermon, but I'm just going to throw this out here because we're a part of the day, and God is raising us up for this day so that we can be all that this world needs right now. The world needs you to activate. Spidey powers need you to activate. That's why I'm talking, and that's what I hope is happening in your heart, in your mind, in your thoughts, that you're ready to activate. Malachi, the 4th chapter says, surely the day is coming. And we keep saying this is the day. Surely the day is coming. It will burn like a furnace. Now, some of y'all gonna immediately go to hell. That's not where I am. So please don't let your mind automatically digress to the typical teaching of church. We about to start talking about hell. I'm not talking about hell. Surely the day is coming. It will burn like a furnace. All the arrogant and every evildoer will be stubble, and that day is coming, and it will set them on fire. But for you who revere my name, the Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. Now, I'm coming from Malachi chapter 4, verse 1 and 2. Surely the day is coming. It will burn like a furnace. All the arrogant and every evildoer will be stubble, and that day is coming, and it will set them on fire. But for you who revere my name, the Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. So this is where I want to deal today. Now, when I look at that, and again, I'm not going to a place of hell, fire and brimstone, and y'all getting ready to get the last great white throne judgment and get cast down into hell. I want y'all to understand we're living in the day right now where it's burning like a furnace. What we got going on right now is burning like a furnace, and the arrogant and the stubble are getting burnt up. That's why we keep talking about it's happening. It's happening. We are the ing crowd, not the in crowd. For everybody that's so fixated on, the devil, the devil's been defeated. So that's a whole nother teaching that I'm not going to get into today, even though y'all hear me say, could it be? The devil's already defeated. Go to Ephesians 1. So at the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, that power is given to usward who believe. So I understand that I'm living in a day in time in a season right now where I recognize God is using, he has no hands except I be his hands. He has no feet except I be his feet. He has no mouth except I be his mouth. Yes, God speaks to us individually, but when you start talking about going out into the earth, and this is the day that God has made. And so I'm not as worried when I see the stories about the arrogant. I'm not worried about the evildoers. The Bible said evildoers shall be cut off. That's what the Bible said. So I'm not as worried about all of those different things. I'm looking and understanding that we are in that. It's a heated day right now, y'all. We in the furnace. This is the day. But the furnace is not just a matter of heat to destroy, which we've done an efficient job of teaching that in our theology. The heat's coming, it's going to burn up everything. Everything that's not like him. Can we finish that? So if I understand that this is a day that you're going to come out as pure gold, the heat is for purification for you, because you're not a part. Understand, recognize who you are. Really what happens for you is that place of as gold, and you are gold. This is what I want you to begin to embrace in your mind, in your thinking, in your philosophy, in the way you think about yourself and why you are here. You are gold that has been put here on the earth. And while the heat and the furnace is burning up the stubble and burning up the arrogant, for you, because that ain't who you are. And this is something that I'm trying to get us to understand. We've done so much teaching against embracing who you are, lest you get proud, lest you get lifted up in pride. We've spent so much time teaching you what not to be. We've not taught you who you are and what you are to be. So this is where I take on and say, listen, I'm ready to wake up the lions. I just need you to understand you're pure gold. The furnace for the stubble and the evildoer is not the same impact and the same result of the furnace when you put gold in the furnace. When you put gold in the furnace, it comes out more pure. Okay. When you put gold in the fire, it comes out more pure. So, but it's still gold regardless. It's still gold. So good morning, Evangelist T 45. Come on. That's my evangelist. Come on in the room. So I understand that I'm gold. I need you to have that mindset right now. I'm gold, and the furnace time is now. The furnace time is now. So I want you to understand. Thank you so much for putting that in there for us. I appreciate it. So the day has come. I told you this is the day. It will burn like a furnace. All the arrogant and the evildoers and the stubble. What's going to happen to them? They're going to be burnt. So this is why it's happening. This is the transition that's going on. We talk about the hatred. We talk about the racism. We talk about all of the negativity. We talk about the big eyes and the little U's. We talk about the millionaires and the billionaires, the haves and the have-nots. All of that in the furnace and the day is going to be taken care of. And I want you to understand that. But for those of us that are of the root, now, we done talked about roots today. We got to get here for the root. So this is where I want us to understand, okay, you are a part of the root. So when I look at the root, but for you, you're going to see the Son of righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. Now, I talked about this a little bit on the other day. Dr. Dady Priest. Oh my goodness. I love you. I love you. I love you. Come on in the Lion's Den. Y'all know I've already been talking about her, but if you're not following Dr. Dady Priest, y'all go out there, click on her name, like, follow, and I want y'all to subscribe because listen, your money is going to bless you, and I want you to bless and be a blessing to her and give her what she's worthy of. Don't just like it and go in and soak it up and sop it up. Y'all subscribe, click that subscribe button and put some coins down in there because she's doing a good work and she can't come down. Good morning to you. Now, so if we understand, this is the time where the Son of Righteousness is going to rise with healing in his wings. And this is what I want y'all to start to understand. You are the healing. You are the healing. Now stay with me. And I saw you, KB Browns. Come on, and you better talk this thing. You better talk this thing. So this is what I want us to understand. The Son of Righteousness is going to rise with healings in his wings. So as we come into the day, this is the day. I'm going to keep saying that. This is the day, and we can rejoice and be glad in it. If you understand that when the furnace comes and gets rid of the arrogant and gets rid of those that are stubble and begins to burn that off and listen, we are the fire in the earth. We are the ray. We are the healing. Just tack that away in the back of your mind and then hang with me for a second. If I understand that Jesus was the original Son, he rose with healing in his wings, but then he went back to heaven and said, listen, and greater works than these you're going to do because I'm going back to my Father. Now let's go back to what I said before. Anytime there's a new dispensation that's coming into the earth, something has to leave for something else to come. So Jesus came and manifested, showed us exactly what we have the power to do, and then took back the keys of death, hell, and the grave. And in Ephesians 1 say, and that power is given to usward who believe. So as we see that he's caught up, and while he's caught up, his spirit comes down to empower us and indwell us so that we can continue the Son of the morning rising with healing in its wings. So if healing is coming into the earth, guess how it's coming? It's coming through you. If deliverance is coming into the earth, guess how it's coming? It's coming through you. The healing and the manifestation of the change that's happening, if it's coming into the earth, guess how it's coming? It's coming through you. You got to take the faith of knowing who you are and why you're here and the purpose that you have on this earth and the gold that you are. Yes, baby, you are gold. Do you hear me? You are gold. When God created you, he looked at you and he was like, I created a masterpiece. I keep telling you that. I need you to look in the mirror. And where we have preached and taught a gospel that's constantly pushing you down, pushing you down, pushing you down. Don't think more highly of yourself than you ought. Y'all not only don't think more highly of yourself than you ought, you don't think about yourself at all. You don't think you're nothing. You think you're dirt. You think you're lower than dirt. You think you're unworthy. You think you're not this and you're not that. Baby, that is not. Listen, it does absolutely nothing for the kingdom for you to think so poorly about yourself. And if you don't expect anything, when nothing comes, you're not surprised. Listen, I need you to be people of expectation. I need you to be pregnant with hope. I need you to be pregnant with anticipation. I need you to be pregnant with I am the healing in his wings. So if I am going to see the healing manifest, then I've got to get busy doing. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about churchy stuff either. The business that God gave you, Shelby Nicole Cosplay. That's the healing in the wings for the world. The different things that God has put in your, listen, King Coogee, the tracks that you make, the words that you write down, that is the healing in his wings that the world needs to hear. Each of you have something deposited within you. Yes, I need you to roar. You have something deposited within you. The engagement matters. That is the healing in his wings. We need it released on the earth. We need it released in every country. We need it released in every crevice, in every nook, in every cranny. I need you to understand that you are the healing in his wings that's being released. So if you talk about the Son of Righteousness, I keep telling you this because I need you to get this visual and understand it in its full capacity. Just like the sun emits those rays, you have to understand I am one of those sun rays. Yes, the sun rose with healing in his wings, but the sun does not heat the earth if the rays do not emit from the sun to penetrate, follow its path, follow its trajectory, and then hit the earth. You've got to be that sun ray that follows your path, follow your trajectory, and then hit your target. I don't know what your target is. Each of us have a different trajectory. Each of us have a different path. But I need you to be committed to your path. I need you to be committed to your trajectory, and I need you to shine your light on them. You are the sun of the morning that is rising with healing in the wings, and the healing in the wings is you. I don't know how to make you understand that any more clearly. Stop looking for your brother. Stop looking for your sister. It's you. You are the sun ray that God saw from the foundation of the world. And listen, the power that's in one ray from the sun, one ray from the sun, you can get one ray from the sun and burn up a whole planet. I want you to understand the power that you have. I can say I don't have a problem that I'm not the sun, but I know that I'm a sun ray, and as a sun ray, the power that I carry, the anointing that I carry, the deliverance that I carry, miracles, signs, and wonders that I carry. I'm not talking about you and you. I'm talking about I carry that. And so, yes, Mike City, you carry that power. Yes, Kim Possible, you carry that power. Yes, Rebel Inc., you carry that power. Yes, Mel, you carry that power. I need you to roar. I need you to shine your light on them. I need you to release your power. Am I talking to anybody in here this morning? I need you to release your power, King Coogee. Release that power. Woo! I need you to release that power. Roar! Come on here. And so as we come into the day, that's why we can rejoice and be glad in it. If you understand everything, Stacy, that's going on in that day, if you understand everything, KB Browns, that's going on in that day, if you understand Stacy 546, the anointing and the power that you carry in this day, what else can we do but rejoice and be glad in it? But I need you to release the power. Release, 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 release it, release it. Some of y'all been sitting on that thing. I need you to release it. Release it, Disco Darren, release it. And look, come on, Michelle, that's my quiet storm. Frame it, come on, come on, come on. Frame it, position, and enlarge. I need you to pull up the stakes of your tent, your mind, your thoughts, your limitations that you keep seeing, your problems that you always identify in yourself. I need you to stop. I need you to stop it. I need you to move to another level. I need you to be the ray that you are. I need you to have the power. Come on, release it. Woo! I need y'all to hear me. I looked over and saw, okay, King Coogee, I wasn't reading what you said, but now I saw, because listen, the power is in the earth through us. The power is in the earth through us. I'm going to say it once and again. The power is in the earth through us. The son of the morning is going to rise with healing in its wings. That's us, y'all. That's us. I'm just waiting on God. No, God's just waiting on you. Some of you to recognize who you are. Some of you still are in an identity crisis of not understanding who you are. Elevation. Come on here. Elevation. Some of you are still not understanding who you are, and you still, I don't want to think more highly. Listen, if I could do anything to reverse the curse of some of this gospel teaching that we've had for decades to centuries that make y'all feel like you're less than and you're so unworthy, that is some of the most bull that we've ever preached from the pulpit. I started to say the bullpit, but that's right. The bullpit, the pulpit, the bully pit. Baby, that is exactly what the adversary of your existence. Yes, I said it, the adversary of your existence. Oh, we don't want y'all to be all you can be. So what's the best way to do it? Make them believe they ain't nothing. God's waiting on us, KB Browns. God's waiting on us. But we got to first get out of the house of mirrors that's all distorted. I see myself all kinds of twisted and crazy ways. That's not me. Yes, it's my image, but it's distorted image. I need y'all to get rid of the distortion. I need you to get rid of the fear. I need you to get rid of the anxiety. I need you to get rid of all of this less than negativity that you have just wrapped yourself up in a cocoon and thought you were going to come out like a butterfly. And when you unwrap, you still that same thing that went in the cocoon. And if anything, worse than when you went in. Listen, greater, 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 because of whose I am, who he has equipped us to be and to do. If the healing in his wings is going to be manifest in the earth, y'all, it's coming through you. Come on, Kinetic K. It's coming through you, sis. It's coming through you. You have the power. You are a sun ray. The sun already rose with healing in his wings. Now the sun rays, the sun of righteousness already rose with healing in his wings. Now the sun rays need to get on your trajectory and you need to go forth. You need to go forward. You need to move that thing. Am I talking to anybody this morning? I need you to move that thing in power. Move that thing in confidence. Move that thing in the anointing. Move that thing in the assurance. This is the day the Lord has made. We're rejoicing in, we're glad in it. Why? Because God has given us success. God has given us success. Y'all stop worrying and fearing about failure. Is everything gonna be perfect? Is everything gonna jump off? No, ma'am, no, sir. That's life. That's reality. But at the end of the day, you can be perfectly positioned by God. Reach your destination. Turn around and bring some brothers and sisters along with you. Now, that being said, I'm gonna say this. I had another poem. I had another writing, King Coogee, that I wanted to do, but I'm gonna go back to this one that he did February the 18th of this year. And I'm gonna close with this because I'm already over my time, and I still got some more King Coogee I want to share. So I'll be bringing King Coogee. I want y'all to go into his page, into his Discord. He has one where he writes and puts his thoughts down. Go in there; it will bless your whole life. But this one, he actually wrote and put it in my Discord channel, and I want to read this to you. And this is how we're gonna close today. Yes. Everybody asking God to direct their path, but when he opened the road, they won't take not one step. We talked about that the other day, and you were right on point, sis. Don't just stand at the door. I need y'all to knock on the door, and when the door opens, I need you to walk through it. Same. Come on and speak that word. All things are new. Realign yourself to a new rhythm in life. And King Coogee, thank you for these words. Realign yourself to a new rhythm in life. Find a new vibe to resonate with. Change your chord, CHORD. As life changes, so does the song. We are already built to be what He wants us to be. By the roads we travel and we grow with the experiences learned. Change your mind and change your life. As I think, so I am. From the Old Testament to the New Testament, beside us to within us. Now Testament is us. Some folk look at Draftwood clogging up the river by receiving only and not letting your flow continue. Are you clogging it up by receiving only? Because God's already put everything in you, beloved. God's already gifted you and anointed you with so much. Are you, as He said, clogging up that river by not letting your flow continue? That's a word. Realign yourself. And what did we say the other day? We've been talking and sharing over and over and over and over again. That whole element. And if you want to go to my Discord channel, this is something he wrote in my Discord channel on February the 18th of this year, 2021. But basically, he's dealing with the idea of realigning yourself and being all that God has called you to be, and then letting that flow go. I love you, Stacy. Have a good one. Letting that flow through you. What He's gifted you with. Don't just clog it up. Let it flow through you. So as we close out today, and I know it's time to go. As we close out today, I want you to resonate with that. Realign yourself to a new rhythm in your life, because as life changes, so does the song. Realign yourself to your new rhythm in life, because as life changes, so does the song. And so it's time for y'all now. Some of y'all been singing that same song for the last 50 years. I need you to sing a new song. And that's a song of deliverance. That's a song of faith. That's a song of mission. That's a song of attitude, that I know I have success. And I am the healing in His wings. I am the healing in His wings. I am the healing in His wings by what He's deposited in me. And now I'm going to let that flow. I'm not going to clog it. I'm going to let it flow. Come on, Stacy Bless One. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it, not let it snow, but let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. You are the healing in His wings, DJ Onyx Hart. Everything that you do, I want you to remember that. I am the healing in His wings. So when you encounter, even with the difficulty of the story that we told today, somebody needs to be the healing in the wings. I can be that. I ain't so sure the Lord ain't gonna let me hook up with somebody out of that story, because I got the healing for their wings, because I am the healing in His wings. Do y'all hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? So that's it, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. But I need you to take this word, because we're talking about the day. This is the day. And the day requires that you know who you are. The day requires that you flow. Stop clogging it up. The day requires that you move and operate in the greatness that you are, because you are that ray from the sun. Get on your trajectory. Get on your path. And let's do this. All right. I'm out of here. We're going to be back tomorrow with another good one. Thank you to everybody that came in here today. Move, move, move. Wow. You can and able set your will to move and leave all negativity, negatives and unnecessary things, people and thoughts. Leave all of that behind. Realign yourself to new songs and new rhythms in life. And baby, y'all better flow. Yes, Disco Darren, you are the healing. And can I say this as I get out of here? The laughter that you bring, I think about how the word says, a merry heart, laughter, it's a medicine. Man, you keep spreading your medicine, whether it's in laughter or whether it's in a sincere way, whatever way you deliver it, God has anointed you with that. But without a doubt, you are the healing in His wings. Come on, Armani Gma, KB Browns, I love y'all. Everybody that's in here, I love y'all. I got to get out of here because I'll do what preachers do and just keep going. I can't do it. I'm going to be saved today. Well, I feel for my brother. I feel for my sister. This has been another edition of Yes You O Cubed, one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I appreciate you for coming in the stream today. This was a beautiful chat. This was a beautiful time. Couldn't have been it without you here. I love you. I want to encourage you to follow me on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, Anchor, Discord, and more. I'm out there, y'all. And you know our mantra that we always say, I am all powerful in love, because God has not given us a spirit of fear. He hasn't given us a spirit of intimidation, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So at the end of the day, y'all, this pride, Pride, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. I am all powerful in love. We don't just talk about change. We understand we are the change. And I encourage you, continue on, be the change. And as we say, we're not in this alone. We're building a village, and we're building villages within the villages. And it's us, you, me, we all, because we are the healing in his wings. And we have in our power the anointing to change the world. We really do. I hope you believe that, because listen, it's not just talk. That's real. That's real. That's real. We have the power to change this world. We're going to do it. I appreciate everybody that's here. Y'all are such a blessing to me every day. Yes, Grandpa's Holmes' chair got a love seat added to it today. So I want to give it up again to our second runner-up, Armani G Mom, to our first runner-up, BTD Mom. I had to think about it. And of course, our winner, Shelly Thunder. Shelly Thunder, the Rebel Inc., Michelle Browno. Y'all the best mods anywhere in the world. I love you and I appreciate you. I got an Old Faithful, I got my Silent Storm, and I got the Prophetess, and they are always on it. Please follow the raid message. Copy it, please, and go with us. We're gonna go someplace and be a blessing. Come on and take your bow, Armani G Mog. Take your bow, sis. Take your bow. I want to appreciate everybody that has come in this morning and made this such a beautiful place in the Lion's Den. Y'all just know I love you. I love you. I really do. I want you to have peace for your journey. Come back tomorrow, because we got one more day. Yes, one more day. The Lion's Den in the morning and reboot at 2:00. You want to be back with us, hear what's going on. I love you with the love of God. Peace for your journey.
And if there's a heaven above, please start showing a brother real love. 'Cause I wanna go home.